Hello everyone. So welcome you all in our fourth module and this first video. So in this video, we'll talk about basics, what is natural language processing, along with the problems in natural language processing. What are the biggest challenges in the natural language processing? So let's look into the detail. So in particular natural language processing, if you see what is this processing part, what is exactly meaning of natural language processing? So you can say this is the part of computer science and AI which deals with the human languages. Now, what exactly meaning of human languages? We want to, you can say, connect with the system, with the laptop or desktop or the computer system with our own language. As we are talking to our friends, we are talking to our colleagues, we are talking to our parents. Like in the same way, I want to talk with the system. Like so, that is the in process. While we can give the commands to our system, we can talk to our system, right? And we can receive some output from our system in our own language. This is the overall domain of natural language processing. Right? Now, if you look into this natural language processing, this is the, you can say, union of three different branches or three different things. One is the computer science, second is the AI, and third is the human language. So the person who is working in NLP domain, they should have some knowledge of computer science, good knowledge of AI, and good knowledge of natural human languages as well. How exactly languages are working. So this is like a mixture of three domains. Now, if you look into the NLP, there are two goals, right? One is the science goal, and second is the engineering goal. So the person who is belong to the science, they are looking for the linguistic point of view. They are understanding the processing behavior, what exactly language is talking about. So whenever you will say some sentence, the science person will see what is the meaning of that sentence, what context they are talking about, right? Now, if you say engineering goal, we are saying while we want to build a system that can analyze the language and reduce the gap between man and the computer system, or you can say between man and machine, right? That is the goal of engineers, or you can say that is the engineering goal, right? So we'll talk about the second goal here, or you can say more specifically towards the second goal. Now you can say what exactly NLP is. So whenever you talk with the system, and if that system doesn't know the natural language, they do not have mechanism to understand the natural language, they will look like something this. While you talk to a dog, but dog is not a trained dog. Some random dog, you start talking. So whatever you will see, it will not understand. It just understand blah 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 blah. Nothing else. Right? So this is the same thing. If your system is not trained to understand the languages, then how you'll connect with that, right? So the fundamental goal to understand the language, to understand the words specifically, right? And with that fundamental goal, we want to make a system, and the system can be different categories as well. So you can say a simple system can be your spelling correction that we already seen from a longer time. Then text categorization, this is belonging to which category, right? Then there is another complex system can be where we talk about speech recognition, what a person is saying, who is saying, right? Then machine translation, like you are translating from one language to another language, like Hindi to English, English to other languages, right? Or you can say Hindi to other language, means it's an inter language translation. Then information extraction or summarization, so you have bigger paragraph and you want to summarize it. So for example, you want to make an app where you want to give the summary of the entire news, right? So that is information extraction. Simply. Similarly, question answer session. You want to talk to your computer like a human. You will ask some question, they will and they need to understand the question, then return or reply back with a correct answer. As we can talk to the Alexa, we can talk to the Google Home. So this is some complex system. Then third is the human level comprehension, as humans are understanding. So you can say why it is very challenging. So suppose, let me take one example. While you are typing into the WhatsApp or in some other chat box or some other places, even if you made a mistake, then also the person who is another side will understand what you were to talking about. They will easily understand what context you are talking about, right? Even you are mixing multiple languages, then also the person will understand. So that level is still machine not able to achieve. So that is like a very complex system, and still we are looking for the good solution. So there are many challenges, like there is a called mixed challenge where they have mixed languages like Hindi and English club together, and they are saying just find out you can say categorization, which category it is belonging, or it's a simple you can say positive sentiment or negative sentiment. But while you are talking about the sentiment, they are talking about mixed languages. So this is very complex system that we are trying to solve. So there are various applications, as we already talked about, like sentiment analysis, chatbot, speech recognition, machine translation, and many other applications are there. You can say summarization, text summarization, right? Question answer, or many other applications of this NLP, right? So you can say opinion mining, reputation management, sentiment analysis, text summarization, question answering, chatbot, many other key roles that is playing by NLP in the industry. Plenty of things are there. Now, let's look into the challenges. What are the bigger challenges in this NLP? So, there are three major challenges that NLP domain is facing. First is the ambiguity, second is the co-reference resolution, right? And third is the ellipsis. So, let's talk about these three in very simpler way. So, ambiguity is like with the same word, we have two different meaning. So, that is the ambiguity problem. So, suppose someone say chair. Now, the person is not talking about like any other word here and there, that's just a chair. Now, what you will understand? A chair is just chair where we are sitting, or the person is talking about the chair which is in some program or in some conference. There is also chair, right? So then it is really challenging problem which chair you are targeting. Then you look for the context. So in this ambiguity, we have three different variety of ambiguity: lexical ambiguity, syntactic ambiguity, and referential ambiguity. So what is lexical ambiguity? Like in here we have one sentence, C is looking for a match. Now in this sentence we don't know what match is talking about. So is really that this lady is looking for the like some cricket match or football match or something, or this that lady is looking for their partner. It's very ambiguous. Similarly, the fisherman went to the bank. Now, what bank is talking about? Is really they are talking about the river bank or they are talking about the money bank, right? So this is kind of lexical ambiguity. In the syntactic ambiguity, you can say the chicken is ready to eat. So, what exactly we are talking about? Like we are in the chicken farm, you have put a food for the chicken. So chicken is ready to eat. Just release them so that they will eat their food. Or you have cooked the food, that is the chicken, and just you can serve it and you can eat it. Right? So this is the syntactic ambiguity. Similarly, there is a referral ambiguity as well. That the boy told his father about the theft. He was very upset. Now, what about he? The boy was very upset, or father was very upset? That is like very confusing. Who is upset? Or both are upset. So that is referral ambiguity that we are talking about. Then there is a core reference resolution problem. Right? So it is saying if we have multiple commands or multiple you can say multiple sentences, then maybe that robot to whom you are giving the command, they are not able to understand. So it is saying place the pen on the table, then paint it. Now what it refer for? It is referring to the pen, or it is referring to the table. So that is co-reference resolution problem. Then there is a ellipsis problem as well. When again it is similar as the co-resolution problem. There is sequence of command. It is saying move the table to the corner. Now second command also the chair. So it's really this bot will able to understand that this chair also need to move in the corner. So second command is depend upon the previous command. This is like a sequence of command or sequence of sentences that humans can easily understand, but computers doesn't understand. So these are the major challenges. So in upcoming lecture, we'll talk about like how to solve these challenges and how deep learning comes into the picture. Thank you guys.